Hi, this is Vance Johnson again with Inside the Moving Business. Like I always like to tell you guys, thank you very much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for sharing the information with your colleagues and your friends. Um, if you are a moving company and you want to sign up with us, you can sign up at insidethemovingbusiness.com. If you are a uh, someone that's looking to move, you can also get a quote from us at insidethemovingbusiness.com. These are certain things that we do offer, for you in that sense. Now, the one thing, we were talking about estimates the other day, and I want to finish up on those topics. One of them today is going to be the binding estimate. As you know, before I told you that I really don't like the word binding estimate because, again, it doesn't mean that you have a contract or say. However, I just want to go with the lingos on what they're teaching us and what I'm going to be teaching you and letting you know, and then I'll give you my take on it. Okay. So, binding estimate. A binding estimate guarantees that you cannot be required to pay more than the amount on the estimate. However, if you add additional items to your shipment or request additional service, you and your mover may agree to abide by the original binding estimate, negotiate a new binding estimate, or convert the binding estimate into a non-binding estimate. Again, that's why I wanted to tell you about that because if you're going to add something onto your estimate, again, it's an estimate. Okay, so don't expect to the guy shows up, it's a $5,000 move or a $10,000 move, and you want to add an extra 300 boxes or 100 boxes or maybe 10 boxes. Don't expect to have that person put that on for free. I mean, one of my sayings when I was on the telephone was that you can't go to the food store, purchase some steak and some lobster, and at the cash register, he says, "Oh my gosh, I forgot a pound of shrimp. Can you add that in there for me at the same price?" No, you're gonna have to pay. So I agree with that. That's why it's best to just let the carriers or the movers know that you have all these changes before the move. Now, if the mover does not give you a new binding estimate in writing or agree in writing to convert the binding estimate to a non-binding estimate before your goods are loaded, the original binding estimate is reaffirmed. Okay? You understand these circumstances. Your mover should not charge you or collect more than the amount of the original binding estimate at delivery for the quantities and services included in the estimate. Now, what they're saying here is that if the mover doesn't charge you at the pickup for the extra stuff that you added, then he shouldn't charge you at delivery. Normally, the reason why you would hear about the nightmares and this is what you really have to look out for, because what movers tend to do is they would pick up your stuff in California, and sometimes these are the movers that are not doing it the right way. They would give it to somebody else in California to deliver to Florida for you. And when they tell the customer or the person that they're interlining haul with, hey, look, I've got 5,000 pounds I'm picking up today. Can you deliver it for me in California? The guy goes, no problem, no problem. They agree with the price. And then all of a sudden, when he gets there, it's actually 6,000 pounds. And, you know, that's why, sometimes you get extra charges. So it's best to make sure that when you are picking your mover or your broker, you make sure and you ask them, if you're going to take my stuff to a warehouse, that's fine, but I want to make sure that your company is delivering it for me at the price, and the price is not going to change. Now, if there are unforeseen circumstances such as the elevator or the stairs or parking permits, you're going to have to pay for those. Okay? The destination mover can bill you for these items, additional items, 30 days before, after delivery. Okay? Normally, I've never heard it. Okay, so the only thing that I'm going to tell you right now is that you will be charged for these things. So it's best to make sure you find out all these things at the beginning of the move, on the day of the move, so that when you're at delivery, you can say, hey, look, you know what? I do have stairs at my new place, or I do have elevators. What are the charges? And stuff like that. Okay, so you have the charges for service required are a result of impractical operations And you'll find that at the end of the book. That's normally due at delivery. Now, but it may not exceed 15% of all other charges due to delivery, and any remaining charges will be billed to you with payment due in the next 30 days. That I've never seen happen either. Some customers say that it has happened with the other big companies, but think about it. Would you rather argue with somebody over your life belongings? Um, they can actually put your stuff in storage if they want to. Uh, or you rather get it now. Okay? If you aren't able to pay 100% of your charges on a binding estimate, your mover may place your shipment in storage at your expense until the required charges, okay, including the cost of storage, are paid. Alrighty? Your mover may charge a fee to prepare a binding estimate. Okay. Now, most movers do charge a fee for binding estimate, and that's only because they want to make sure that there's enough cushion in there to uh, help with any unforeseen events. Um, I will tell you this right now, being in the business, um, knowing the business, again, pick a reputable company, a company that will not try to nickel and dime you. However, you yourself owe it to yourself to be more responsible on picking, knowing what you're moving, knowing where you're moving to, so that you can actually have all these, like I say, put the ducks in a row. So basically, that's the information there on a binding estimate. I will be coming back with a little information on what we call the non-binding estimate. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, don't forget to purchase the book Inside the Moving Business. Uh, it's on Amazon. And you have a great day. Enjoy the videos, and I thank you very much. It's still going. And don't forget, Inside the Moving Business. Cheers.